I think what the listeners really want is a Hoagie review. And I think I know the man who has one.
Buckle your seatbelts. I'm going to give you two. It's a twofer. It's a twofer today. So I got to give you the backstory. It's going to take me a few minutes. I'm going to go through it with you. Stereotypically, financial advisors have few hobbies. And I'm Mr. Stereotype. Fishing, fly fishing, you can see on my wall if you're watching, and golf. So pertains to the story. So I meet at our golf club, I meet a friend of my wife's father, retired, gets into fishing, this and that. And we go fly fishing last year, and you're chatting all day. And we do it again a couple weeks ago. This was before July 4th. You're in the car for an hour, you're fishing for several hours. So you just get into different conversations. So he goes down the shore a lot. Somehow the podcast comes up, somehow Hoagie's come up, and he goes, "Oh, do I have a place for you?" And he says he's down in Margate. So I figure he's going to say Dino's. And you already know my opinion on Dino's from a previous episode. He goes, "No, I got two for you. Sugar Hill Sub and Delis, and not a lot of people know it, which is in Mays Landing, and Pete's Subs and Deli, which is in Egg Harbor. So both down the shore, same general neighborhood. And actually, which one was it? Pete's, the word is people left White House in Atlantic City, which is one of the meccas of hoagies, to Pete's. So those are the two he starts telling me about. So he goes, "I'll tell you what." And coincidentally, we're supposed to be with each other 2 days later at this golf tournament where you play with your partner or spouse and you have dinner afterwards. He goes, "Well, I'll see you in a couple of days. We'll talk about it then." So anyway, the next day he texted me. He says, "I'm going to bring you the sandwiches. Tell me what you want. If you don't like turkey or Italian or whatever," I say, "Get me whatever you want, oil and vinegar, get whatever seasonings you want. Let's do it." So that morning, I don't know the exact timing of how this is all going down. Is he bringing him to me? And am I having him in the parking lot? Is it in a cooler? Am I going to have him the next day? Because you can't have a cold hoagie. So it's about noon, and I text him. I say, "Hey, what's the story? What's your timing?" He goes, "I'm bringing him to the club. I'm going to put him in a fridge in the kitchen with your name on it." I say, "Okay, great." So I figure I'll have him the next day. So we play golf, and afterwards there's supposed to be a dinner with all friends and people that you're hanging out with, and it's a buffet. You're not really supposed to be bringing your own food. So I tell him, I was like, "Oh, I'll get the hoagies. I'll have them tomorrow." He goes, "You're not having them tomorrow. You're having them tonight." I said, What do you want me to do? I can't just bring them out and eat hoagies in the on the patio with all these other people. And he goes, "Tell him you want the hoagies." I'm like, "All right, fine. I'll make him happy." So I go tell this one woman who's a manager there. I said, "Look, there's two hoagies in the back." She goes, I know your name's on them."
Dude, you got hoagie VIP treatment.
Oh, yeah. So, well, from her, she was like, we'll cut them up. We'll bring them out. I'm mingling around. I mentioned the word hoagie, and it's like a moth to a flame. There's 12 guys like, "Hoagies. And, and now there's a buzz. There's a stir so much that the head manager hears. He's not happy. You can't have hoagies. You can't bring your own food. We can't do this.
Oh boy.
Anyway, we smooth it over so that they bring the hoagies out. They chop them up into 8 pieces. I got 7 people all trying different ones. So we got them served on platters. I wish it was a hoagie that would blow you away, because I thought the story was good. However, the hoagies maybe didn't follow in that same path. So don't get them mixed up. So Sugar Hill, they've been around since the 80s. I as word goes, it's fallen off a little bit. So I didn't do the order, as I mentioned, and he did want to shout out Bob Dubin. So thank you, Bob, for the hoagies and Mainline Metals. If anyone for your metal and scrap metal needs. I don't know exactly.
What are we sponsored now?
Yes, well, now we are. Paid in hoagies. So he said he was only going to bring me the hoagies if I gave him a shout out.
There you go.
So it was mediocre. It was mayo. I'm not a mayo fan. It was a whole thing. And the crowd who was trying them as well, they were underwhelmed. So Sugar Hill, we're going to put it a 6-7. Not somewhere I'm going to need to seek out. However, Pete's, again, not an order I would have done myself. Looked like the turkey was going to be dry. It was not. It was a much better roll. Again, they come from White House. Everyone likes the White House rolls. That was more 8-1. And I'll tell you, it had room to be a lot higher on the 8s if I probably did the order myself. But 2 good spots. Pete's definitely better than Sugar Hill. But if you're looking for something off the beaten track down the shore for a little adventure, give them a try.